What's up YouTube, Giragon here, and welcome to part 2 of my video. The next deck I want to talk about is a long-time favorite in the Yu-Gi-Oh game. If you thought it was Heroes, then you're absolutely right. Heroes is in a good position to interrupt a lot of the gameplays that evil E-Dragons do, and here are 6 reasons why I think the deck is viable today. The first card I want to talk about is Gemini Spark. Gemini Spark is a great card allowing you to interrupt your opponent's big plays and plussing off of it by drawing one card. It's always nice to have one extra card to draw into, after all. The next card I want to talk about is Elemental Hero Bubbleman. The reason I added Elemental Hero Bubbleman to this deck was Elemental Hero Bubbleman allows you to OTK your opponent when your opponent's clear has been field or you feel it is the right time to uh, push for game. The next reason I put it in the list is because if you top deck an Elemental Hero Bubbleman or you e-call an Elemental Hero Bubbleman and you have no other card, then it's great. It's in a great position to being able to special summon it and drawing 2 cards and maybe going into a another hero or a gem or a miracle fusion or even a super poly. You can never go wrong with super poly after all. The third card I want to talk about in the Elemental Hero deck is Miracle Fusion. Miracle Fusion is a great top deck card that makes heroes good to this day, just allowing you to special summon a big stick on the field and just whacking your opponent with it just by banishing 2 heroes. The fourth card I want to talk about is, just like in the first video I talked about, Compulsory Evacuation Device. Compulsory Evacuation Device works great in this deck for both bringing back your Stratos into your hand, your Bubble Man, or even pushing your opponent, like if they special summon a dragon by banishing cards and just returning that to their hand, just to try to slow them down a little bit. The next thing I want to talk about is for games 5, just like Gozen Match was good in the last deck, Rivalry of the Warlord is a great card for this deck because essentially all of your hero monsters are all warriors, and for the E-Dragon decks, even for the Evil Swarms, it really hurts them too, but since we're talking about the E-Dragon decks, they go in their dragons mainly for that, but when they go into their Exceed plays, because when they don't want their their dragons to return to their hand, they go for non-dragons, so it kind of pushes them away from their extra deck and just having to rely on just keeping pushing you for games. And if you have interrupts on the field, then that just makes it even better because you're just pushing them away. The last card I want to talk about is Super Polymerization. This card makes any dead card in your hand no longer dead. This card gives you so many options with E-Dragons, not to mention the fact that they have all 4 attributes except for Dark in the E-Dragon decks, so you can easily go for any of your E-Hero cards in your deck with that attribute. Also, their Mecha Phantom Beast Draco Sax, when you super poly that, even if they have tokens out on the field, you can still just remove it because you're not destroying it, you're using it as a material. So that's really another cool factor. So they just have 2 tokens on the field you can just pop. Now the problems with the deck, obviously you can draw into too many spell or trap cards and not have any monsters, or draw into all monsters. But you can easily put some cards down and stuff, set up, and hope that you draw into something better. Which is always the nice thing about heroes. You can always draw into something better next turn. Of course, it's not always the case. Uh, the hero deck has lots of ways out, which is why I have put it on this list. I personally think it is better than the Dark World deck that I had put it, but it's still, Dark World also does have their ways out. Most of the time, when I was playing when my friends were playing E-Dragons and I was playing Heroes, it always came down to who could pull off the biggest stick and just whack each other's life points till one of us ran out of life points. I do hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you have not seen my first one, there will be a link to it on the screen here. And if you also enjoyed this video, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more future videos to come. And thanks for watching. Have a nice day, YouTube. Peace.